Hello everyone. For those who don't know me, I'm Kat. I'm a wife, a homeschool mom, and an avid reader. For everyone else, welcome back. I love my bullet journal. My bullet journal is what helps to keep me organized and on track with everything that goes on. Even though I don't have a whole lot going on day to day, that changes. I don't really work outside of the house. I don't have a lot of appointments, but it's very easy for some things to fall off of my list if I'm not careful. So one thing I do is bullet journal. And so here is my July bullet journal. This is my start of my bullet journal for July. I have cut away a small section there on the edge so that I kind of have it as a divider between the months. And then here on this piece, I'm going to draw a wreath that has a sunflower. I mainly used my Tombow Mono drawing pen 03, but I also used my Mono drawing pen 01 along with my Tombow Fudenosuke brush pen for that thicker part. And it just gives everything a little more definition in different parts. Also on here, I drew a book and tried to draw sunglasses. If I'm being honest, this is the one part that I don't really like on my page, but it happens. Here I'm just adding some color just to make it kind of fun. I like to use that color just to bring attention. I mostly used my Tombow brush pens, and there were a few colors that I didn't have, so I pulled out, or that I wanted that I didn't have in Tombow, so I pulled out my colors I had from a set from Hobby Lobby. Here I'm just drawing my main spread for the month. This is where I keep track of my reading for the month, along with my goals, what videos I plan on doing for YouTube, along with my TBR. And here on the back side of my little partial page, I just write 0 to 31 for July and highlight the weekends. During my school year, I'll also highlight my 2 work days. But here I just highlight the weekend, and I'm gonna write July. I do it in pencil first because I am not super confident in my lettering skills. Sometimes I need just a little bit of help. And then I peeked to make sure that there was nothing super big going on in my month. And then here I've added a little bit of washi tape along with my headings for where I track my reading: title, author, the dates I read. And then I added some more washi tape. I was kind of struggling with where to put this watermelon washi tape. It was super cute, but I ended up kind of heavy in one spot. Here I'm just putting those headings in those sections and then filling in my tracker at the bottom. I use this to keep track of the genres that I've read, along with the age kind of group where I would find it in the library. Here I am starting my first week in July's spread. Here I pretty much go very simple on these. I do like a very simple layout. It helps me to quickly get the information that I need down on here. it also helps me to be able to see quickly the things that have to be done and keep my to-do lists in manageable pieces. So these parts are just the days of the week. There are 7 of them. And then down here I am putting my notes. And then I'm just checking my different parts so that I don't have to recount everything and figure it out. This is the start of my habit tracker along with the things that will go on next week. So this is just a way that I use to keep myself focused, to make sure I do those most important things that I need to do every single day that I don't need to write down every single day. One thing that I learned in workshop week were these little flowers, and I took that idea and added it to my bullet journal during the month of June, and here I've decided to kind of keep with it. But since it is 4th of July week, I went ahead and did stars and stripes in between the boxes. To me, it just helps everything to flow. It gives it those pops of color that kind of help keep me engaged in my journal and wanting to open it up. And here I'm just adding those pops of color again. This I'm sticking with the red and the blue, just adding that shadow. And here I'm going to add in those boxes so that I can put the date along with writing the day of the week next to it, just so that I have very clear parameters for myself. I am drawing this a few days early, so I'm hoping that it's not going to mess me up. I just added some drop shadows there and throwing on a little bit of washi tape to tie it with the last month. And here I'm just adding in my monthly calendar, and I'll highlight that. So let's go through and do a quick flip through of my journal so far this year. We have the beginning of the year, my August through January at a glance for 2022 to the beginning of 2023, February through July at a glance for 2023. Then I have my 2022 goals and my 2023 goals. I do need to write these in ink so that I have them. Then my series in progress, you can see that once they start going out of alphabetical order, they are switching over, and I actually had that one read. All right. Then just some crochet projects that I had been working on. Most of these are done. I'm still working on the Doctor Who scarf and of course the 2023 genre blanket there. And then August with its monthly and the books I read. Then just a quick, see if I can, zoom out just a little so that, there we go, everything can be seen. All right, so just gonna flip through these. You're gonna notice that through most of the year, I kind of kept a very similar theme because it helped me. Here we are in September. Most of my pieces are going to be the same setup just because it made it quick for me to draw these throughout the week. You'll see even sometimes I didn't even finish it due to things going on. But when I have a very simple layout, it has helped me a lot to stay in my journal when I have little times to carve out. We have October. As you can see here in October, I felt like drawing instead of writing a quote. November. And again, many times, the only thing changing month to month is my color schemes that I had. And then December, which I didn't even do any of. So then we jump into January. And it continues. Again, that black with just the pop of color. This week I didn't do any of it at all. Neither with that week. February. I believe it's here that we see I started highlighting different parts of the week just to help me give it a little color. Use some stickers. Then March. Here I was using washi tape just to give it those pops of color without me having to do a whole lot of work. You notice here in March I kind of changed up my headings a little bit just for some fun, give it some interest. In April, this was a couple readathons that I did during April. Then moving into May. Did different headings for the boxes along with some stickers, washi tape. Again, those different boxes, different headings. Oh, and then I have a blank page. That happens sometimes. Continuing on. Then here I was noticing that things were coming up that I was needing to write down for August, September, and October. So I went ahead and did an at a glance for the next 3 months. And then continuing in June. Now here in June, you're going to notice I totally changed up, and totally, it may be too strong of a word. I changed up my layout because I wasn't really tracking my water or my sleep. So I went ahead and took those things out, streamlined my layout a little bit, along with giving different pops of color. And then after workshop week, or during workshop week with, I forgot who put it on. Anyway, workshop week had some different fun things that I learned. So these flowers were one of them. So I decided to kind of add them a little bit as a background. And then again, last week I did the same. One thing also you'll notice, especially here, is I did some icons. I don't think I did a little bit this week as well, but I don't think I'm going to continue those. It just seems like more work for me personally, but for some people they work really well. For me, it doesn't really add a lot for me. And then here is what we just drew. July's a fun month for us. We just have lots going on. And you'll see I kind of took that, instead of doing flowers, I did stars and stripes for this first week in July, since here in the US, it is 4th of July week. And that's kind of my flip through of my journal. So there's a quick peek through of my bullet journal. I hope that it helps you if you're looking for inspiration, and to know that things don't have to be perfect for your bullet journal, and they can be really simple. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, and let me know in the comments if you bullet journal or what systems work best for you, keeping track of what needs to go on. And I will see you next time.